happy ho ho. Merry jingle jingle. My partner has her fun glasses on for Christmas season.
Oh, I
And
just had to have a little bit of fun today. Well,
mm-hmm.
every day we like to have fun
Well,
anyway,
yeah,
don't
we
we?
like to, yeah. And uh let's see. I'm just saying hello to Facebook land.
Excellent. Well, hello, Facebook land. We are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl, your stress reduction gurus. And I
And one
will
of them
apologize.
has, yeah, one of the stress reduction gurus is releasing some stress today.
She has a very monotone voice today.
Yeah.
Mm. So I'll
Oh,
apologize in
well,
advance for coughing.
yeah, well, we hope everyone had a happy ho ho and a merry jingle jingle. And yeah, here we are, the 27, the last Feng Shui Friday of 2024. This is it. This
That's
is
it.
the whatever 26th no 52nd episode of 2024.
Yes. That's hard to wrap your head around, right?
I know.
That it's up just the 52nd. Anyway, regardless, we are here. You are here. We hope you've had a fabulous time with friends and family or doing whatever it was you were doing. Maybe you were like my household and we were just chill.
Yeah, we just were chill. You just eat, drink, be merry, whatever.
Yep,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, so every Friday for the last 52 weeks, Anita and Cheryl have been going live here, Facebook land. We talk about feng shui. We get our
Yes,
our cue from the Personal
you know it.
Paradise card deck, Tara Catherine Collins, Western School of Feng Shui founder, teacher extraordinaire,
Exactly.
and my partner shuffles, and then we talk about stuff.
Well, we can start. I've got two cards so far.
Oh, I'll just
And
keep
it's quite
shuffling.
funny because number 46 is health and family. Imagine why that came up.
Oh, well, there you go.
And
Yeah.
then number 21, dining room,
Ah.
have come up. So we can certainly start with those two until the third one comes up.
Well, health and family, right? What is this whole holiday season all about? It's about
Yes.
having those healthy family relationships. And for a lot of people, there's a little friction, right?
Yep.
There happens to be some friction. And so what do? You just don't let it ruin your holidays, and you have to just let those people be where they're going to be and recognize that it's their stuff,
Hmm.
right? It's their journey. I know one of our people didn't get to see her grandkids over the holidays because there's been a strained relationship with her son and daughter-in-law, and it's but again, you can't, the more you do this,
Yes.
that's the more you're going to get, right? So you kind of have to put them in a bubble of love and just love them anyways, right?
Love them where they're at.
Love them where they're at.
Hmm.
And eventually, or not, they might come around.
Hmm.
But again, if you do this, you're going to let that affect how you feel and then how you show up for the rest of your family and the holidays and all of that, right? And the health and family area of your home might
Hmm.
be reflecting some of that resistance, some of that blocked
Yes.
energy. And again, it's a great opportunity to look through your feng shui eyes and say, what's going on in my health and family area of my home that's
Hmm.
affecting those, intimate family relationships and or someone's health. And again, I mean, Cheryl, you've got a cold. that's just releasing, but that's
Yep.
your health. So what in your home, uh, in your health and, your health and family area,
Hmm.
what could you do to enhance or, help your health along right now? What could you do?
Oh, that's a really good question because we read, actually, it's interesting that this card came up. We had our oldest and his spouse and the big grandbaby come down before Christmas. And when we painted, everything was a refresh. So literally everything is fresh paint, floors, everything in the health and family area for the most part. And I redid all the pictures to bring them up to current. And one of the things that Chad noticed was, hey, there's only one picture of Taylor here. How come? I'm like, because I ask and I ask and I ask it until Taylor gives me the picture. What am I supposed to do, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but they enjoyed spending time looking at the updated pictures in the hallway, is where I was going with that. So, what can
Mm-hmm.
I do? Well, literally, the only thing that is uh, that hasn't had attention recently, and by recently I mean in this last 6 months or so, is my dresser. My dresser is on the wall, health and family, smack dab in the middle of it. So maybe that's what needs some cleaning and clearing, is pulling everything out of the drawers, washing it
Mm-hmm.
all. I'm thinking some stale, stagnant energy in there. Yeah, I don't know. I need another set of feng shui eyes. Because here's the other thing, we get so complacent and we think we've caught everything. That's when you invite your friends over. So what do you see,
Mm-hmm.
Anita? What do you see in this area that I'm missing? Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
missing something.
Well, I'm just wondering, do you have any symbolism or anything there that is setting that little intention in the mind or impressing upon the mind the idea of life force energy? So something that is living. And so it might be, because I know you have lots of lovely plants in your
Mm-hmm.
home. It might be just taking a plant and putting it on your dresser for
Mm,
now, because I know as you're coming down the hallway in that health and family area,
mm-hmm.
that would be the first thing that you would see,
Yep.
right? So
Yep,
again,
that's true.
just just impressing that idea upon the subconscious mind that there is life force energy here, that it's healthy and
Oh, I like
alive
that.
and growing.
Yeah.
Um, that certainly could help to anchor the health. And then also knowing that, getting a cold, right,
Mm-hmm. Is
is
releasing.
part of releasing. And as you
Yes.
mentioned, the last 6 months, everything, just about everything in your home has been refreshed and renewed, and it's
Mm-hmm.
been moving around and shifting energy. And so when you think about when we think about energy in the unseen world, it's no different than say you're moving things around up here in this unseen world. And if you take it back to the physical world and you had a whole bunch of dust in one corner and boxes and stuff, and you started to move stuff around, you're going to lift all that dust
Right.
in the air, right?
Activate it all.
You're going to activate all that dust and stagnant energy, and so it has to settle, and so now it's being released,
Yeah,
right? So
valid.
that's part of your physical body just saying, okay, you know what? We in the unseen world, we lifted some dust. We're
Yeah.
shifting some of that energy, and so now it's kind of needs to be released and cleared. And
Well, I
that's
think
just
that's a
divine's
great,
natural, beautiful mechanism
yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, and I think it's a great analogy because it's both Rod and I that are sick. And we were
Mhm.
talking last night. Never in our entire relationship have both of us been sick at the same time. Ever.
Ah, okay.
So it is a whole lot of releasing. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's
And
a
it's
perfect
also,
analogy.
you know what? It's also a great opportunity to thank your body, because
Oh
your
yeah.
body is now building immunity by, having that releasing, right? Your
100%.
body knows exactly what to do. So again, it may be an opportunity. And so instead of saying I'm sick, you can, switch that to say I'm building immunity.
Oh, valid. I love it. See, new perspective. That's what I love about having conversations like this. Because
Hmm.
when we're in it in our own head, you know that. I mean, I did my meditation this morning. My body, it's a Marissa Peer's meditation on Mind Valley. And my body is a wellness making machine. My body
Hmm.
does wellness, always wellness, only wellness, right? And it's repeated and repeated and repeated. And thanking your immune system was
Hmm.
part of it because your immune system is working. It's getting in there and it's taking care of all
Hmm.
those little critters, and then it's leaving behind antibodies and stuff like that. So yeah, our bodies are, they know what they're supposed to do. But our bodies have an immune system for a reason. The design is phenomenal.
And just shifting that, and we know also from a lot of our amazing mentors and teachers that our words are so powerful.
Absolutely.
So when we keep saying, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, the body says, oh, okay, you want to stay sick for a few more days? Okay, we can do that. No problem. But if you say, I'm building immunity, right?
It's a completely different way
Then
of looking at
how
it.
does that shift, right? Just even saying that makes
Yes.
you kind of perk up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. 100% exact. Um, in all of that, which flows into the rest of this, the third card came up and it's number 30 bedrooms.
Hmm.
So at the same time, it's also the perfect opportunity with both of us. Everything gets cleaned, everything gets stripped, washed, start fresh. We're also coming to the end of the year
Hmm.
and wrapping up the year and welcoming the year, our calendar year,
Yep.
with a clean slate. So not just your physical body, but your home,
Hmm.
mental, right? Your thoughts, your gratitude, all of the above. So in that, I'm like dining room card is here as well. And we've talked health and family a little bit more
Hmm.
extensively, but cleaning and preparing and bringing in, right? It was interesting because we got groceries well, probably about 5 days ago now. And I thought, I've been craving oranges. Why am I like, I haven't had an orange in a long time. So we bought oranges. We bought lemons because I use those in cooking and stuff anyway, and in my water. We've gone through them. So intuitively, I was preparing getting them in the groceries, but having that out in the dining room, this living, the vibrancy, the healthy
Hmm.
fruits, right? Instead of what I can tell you currently on our island is a box of chocolates, a tray of mixed nuts that was a gift from the neighbors, another little box of chocolates from another friend for a gift. Swapping those things out with the
For some
oranges.
healthy snacks.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Exactly. So,
Well, you know what else is interesting about those three cards, Cheryl, is that health and family is kind of sandwiched in between the dining room and the
and the
bedroom.
bedroom. Yeah, it's exactly
Because
how they're on my desk too.
so in your home, your health and family area kind of goes in the hallway and it extends into an area of your bedroom.
Yep.
And in my home, the health and family area is in the dining room.
Oh, that
And
is funny.
so then it kind of sandwiches in there. And then again, when we think about what the bedroom represents, it's the place of rest and rejuvenation
Yep.
and relaxation. And then the dining room is that place where, you can invite family and
Hmm.
friends to gather around and share in that abundant meal and that, soul body nourishment, right? So the bedroom is kind of nourishing our soul,
Hmm.
our mental, emotional, and then the dining room is, nourishing our physical,
Physical,
and emotional can be in there as well,
right?
right? So yeah, that's a beautiful little combination that kind of got sandwiched in there today.
And literally, that's how they're laid out on my laptop.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I had a thought the other day. I was thinking about some things I'll share with you later, but about, with Feng Shui is all about nourishing that physical body, the mental body, and the emotional
Very,
body.
yeah.
So if one of those bodies is out of balance, we can use Feng Shui to bring those bodies back into balance.
Great.
Because again, we're, always seeking to go back into homeostasis, which is having balance and harmony in all three of those bodies.
Hmm. How
Hmm.
very, very true. And having the bedrooms come up, I was chuckling because I've had more naps in the last 3 days,
Yay.
which I don't normally do. So
Hey,
it's actually kind of been a treat to have an afternoon nap.
it is. It's like, well, whatever, just be in the moment. And if your
Yep.
body's tired, sleep, right? If your body's hungry, feed it.
Mm.
Um, it's really is those simple little reminders to say, hey, I'm I'm going to just rest my mental body for a moment, right? Just shut
Exactly.
everything off and just zone out and watch a movie, right? Take it somewhere else. Nourish that emotional body by going for a walk.
Hmm.
Just being out in nature, connecting to that life force energy, and
And
then
that change of
nourishing.
scenery makes a
Yeah.
difference. Our neighbors were away on Christmas Day and she asked if I'd let the dogs out for her. So I went over 3 times. And just being outside with the dogs and getting them running around and moving and playing a little bit helped clear my head, but then would get me coughing, right?
Yeah.
Um, but it was fun to be outside with them and seeing their energy and them bouncing around because they're standard poodles. And they're just a delight. They're such good dogs. They're a delight to
Hmm.
be around. So they get out there and they get playing. And it was interesting because even looking at them, so I went over the third time and I thought, the one dog is not, one is perfectly happy and content. And I messaged my neighbor and said, but the other one is not. Like there's something up.
Hmm.
And I could sense it in the dog. And he did play outside, but he didn't want a treat. So something was up. And I don't know if it was because but at that point in time, it was the length of time he was left alone, like they were left by themselves, or if he got into something. But he was
Mm.
sick twice during the night, she told me the next day.
Mm.
So something was up. And so we can even see it in our pets.
Well, you know what, though, again, like you made a good point. That one dog could make himself sick
Yep.
simply by, not having the familiarity of having the owner at home and having
Hmm.
someone else come in. I know when we're away, our dog quite often won't eat, or eat very little for 2 days because,
Hmm.
I don't know if he thinks that, oh my God, I have to save this food. I got to ration it in case they don't come
Yep.
home.
Very possibly.
So, um, it is kind of interesting how that environment, right? So that environment is having an effect on the dogs,
Hmm.
just like the environment would have an effect on us, right?
Exactly. But it was
Hmm.
still, and they can't talk. They can't tell you they're not feeling well.
Yep.
So I was, and I'm sure most of us can do it. I'm sure everybody can do it actually. But you can just, I don't know, there was something about him and it was the energy about him that let me know. So, I mean, I gave him extra attention and some extra snuggles and he seemed to be better when we were outside and playing and he was happier, but there was still something that was just off with him, which I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's a pet, but we're all energy.
Mm-hmm.
So if the environment can affect our pets, it affects our plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
It affects everything. Then what is it for us? And that's the
Mm-hmm.
whole point to why we do this
Mm-hmm.
Feng Shui Friday is to get everybody looking through their energetic eyes, their Feng Shui eyes. And these ones, by the way, are so cute and they're adorable. They were a gift to us from
Oh
our
yes,
friend Kate.
they light up.
They light up. Yep. but that's just too hard on the eyeballs.
It's way too hot, and they're heavy.
Oh, they're very heavy. My nose hurts. That's why I took them off. So I'm using this as an excuse to have them off. Anyway, um, so thank you for the gift, Kate. You're so sweet.
Mhm.
But back to our environment and our energy. Everything is having an effect on us. Everything. And if you think it's not, you're kind of lying to yourself.
Mhm.
We just don't know how
I
it's
want
affecting.
I want to go back to the dining room table.
Okay, let's talk about the dining room.
The dining room table, because you brought up a good point about having that fresh fruit and some
Mm-hmm.
oranges. And
Mm-hmm.
as we're coming into the new year, even though it's not Chinese New Year, it is our, fiscal new
Our
year on
calendar.
the
Yeah,
calendar,
absolutely.
and a lot of people celebrate it. We would invite you to make sure that the dining room table is clear. We know it's a flat surface and that it can accumulate all kinds of things. In fact, my dining room table this morning had some remnants of wrapping paper and stuff on it
Mm-hmm.
because we were gone for a few days. And anyway, so I actually, cleaned off the dining room table this morning. And it's a great time to put that bowl of fruit, the mandarin oranges. And that is a symbol and it anchors not only, that health, right? Healthy family relationship,
Right.
but it also, symbolizes prosperity. And in Chinese New Year, they would actually recommend that you place a bowl of mandarin oranges, the color orange, the roundness of the
Mm-hmm.
fruit, all of that helps to anchor that prosperity for the new year. So, whatever your dining room table looks like today, go look at it differently. And maybe you can't put a fresh bowl of mandarin oranges, but you could invite some life force energy
Mm-hmm.
into the dining room table. It might be a plant, it
Mm-hmm.
might be, some other symbolism of that life force energy so that it is going to invite people to sit down and have conversation and to create those family memories, relationships.
Mm. And that's a great thing to look at too as we're going into the end of the year. As we also have a new moon coming up here on the 30th, right?
Mm, mm.
So it's a combination, very powerful energy.
You gonna be okay in a
I'll be
minute?
fine, but you might have to talk. I need a sip.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I mean the energies are always going to be shifting, and
Mm-hmm.
the new year always is with some anticipation. Everyone, regardless, whether you call it a New Year's resolution or something, everyone is still reflecting on the past year.
Hmm.
We kind of do an evaluation of where we're at. In our mental, emotional, and physical bodies. It's just that natural thing that we do at the end of this calendar year. And I mean, we could do that any time of the year. We could do that at
Absolutely.
the end of every calendar month. But again, for some reason, it's our programming, it's our
Yep.
social
The
programming
social
that
norm.
we all sit back and of course we're being bombarded with it. You open up the
Absolutely.
Facebook post, you turn on the TV, and there's always that looking back on 2024 and how was it for you and what do you want to do differently? And, so it's that self-reflection, it's that opportunity to self-reflect. But we can really, we can just get ahead of it, put on your feng shui eyes, see energetically what can shift in your home
Mm-hmm.
that's going to help support you as we turn, the calendar over. Because really, that's all we're doing. We're just flipping the
Yep.
calendar over. It could be a big deal if you want it to be a big deal, or it could just be, it's just, it's the start of a new month. No different than December was the start of a new month, or November, October,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
And then you could
100%.
save all your hoopla for when we do Chinese New Year. because
Or not. Whatever works for you. That's the main
whatever
thing.
works for you.
If
Yeah.
it's working for you, yay. As you're because many will start to put their Christmas decorations away. They'll get into this. We have to get this done. Well, if you believe you have to, you have to.
Hmm.
Do it gradually. It's just a recommendation. It's very
Yep.
hard on your body to just dive in because, again, you're changing that environment and you're changing it drastically. What's your
Yep.
intention behind doing it? Is what I would recommend talking about. So, but in our last couple minutes here, let's talk about these numbers. So
Okay.
we had a 21,
Hmm.
46, and a 30, and I get them totaling 7.
7. Yep. That would be a 7.
Okay. As always, I refer to double
Hmm.
digitology, Marilyn Harper
I'm
Roby.
thinking that's a springboard,
Yes.
spirituality.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's also top heavy and has a weak foundation. Hmm. The 7 is somewhat unstable, like the 4. It has a weak foundation, yet it is also top heavy. It is a bit asymmetrical with the lack of a foundation and searching for new energies. The 7 represents a powerful cycle of time that is coming to or leaving perfection, depending upon what is happening in one's life. So I'm just going to stop because I keep hearing, tell them what you're talking about. So, depending upon how you draw the 7, there's not
Hmm.
much of a foundation and it's top heavy. That's what
Hmm.
Adironda is referring to. Anita, at one analogy that Adironda gave, talks about it looking like a springboard. So you would climb the
Hmm.
ladder and dive. Okay, just so that you're getting your understanding how the numerology is being spoken about.
Hmm.
I'm just going to go to a couple of our bullet points here. Religiously speaking, the 7 has been a significant number in Christianity. It is built around 7-year cycles, 7 years of feast, 7 years of famine, 7 years of locusts, etc. And, of course, the 7-year itch is definitely a reality. In many, if not most relationships, there is a turning point around 7 years. And that turning point may repeat every 7 years. We also see that humans are on a 7-year cycle, meaning that emotional trauma repeats every 7 years through lifetimes until you receive the enlightenment necessary to move beyond the trauma. And that a lot of that trauma could have been triggered over the Christmas holidays for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, if that's what you're finding, and the 7 is coming up for you, that's worth looking at. What happened 7 years ago? Is this a 7-year cycle?
Hmm. And maybe it's time you just want to release that shit and let it
Let
go.
it go. What is the
And maybe
enlightenment? What's the
then
message behind it all?
you're just gonna get on the springboard and you're just gonna dive into
Yep,
something new, right? Just let all that stuff go. I
exactly.
just have to say that I had the absolute privilege and joy to hug that beautiful Adironda a couple of weeks ago in
Yes, you
person.
did.
And it was so nice. It was so nice um, to see her and love her up. And yeah, anyways,
Seeing that energy? Yeah.
yeah. So that was a beautiful gift. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Perfect.
Well, you know what?
Huh?
Next Friday, we are going to
Yes.
be the first Friday of the month. And that means a Feng Shui Oracle card reading,
Yep.
which is always a lot of fun and a little different than what we do every Friday. And we want to wish you all a beautiful, happy, prosperous, healthy, right? Healthy new year.
Yes.
Check out what's going on in your health and family area, your dining room, your bedroom. Give yourself some time to rest and relax and just be, right? Just be.
Yeah. The dishes don't actually have to be done right now.
Oh, okay. Any parting words, my friend?
No, I think that's a wrap because I can feel a cough coming on my end.
Okay, well, have a beautiful day, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you.
Woo!